Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for July 15th. Currently looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This pair broke to the upside. Didn't quite hit the previous support that I thought it would, but it definitely moved towards that, and we could definitely see that happen during this next session. What we are looking for is this pair to potentially go as high as 95.08, possibly as low as 92.50. Look for some resistance around 94.65 and look for some support around 93.75. Now switching to the US Euro USD, this pair moved higher, much higher today. Definitely looking for this pair. It's moving sideways, closed higher, biased to the upside. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 142.32, possibly as low as 138.72. Look for some resistance around 141.50 and possibly some support around 140.72 in this particular pair. Now looking at the pound US dollar pair, this pair closed up, is moving sideways with a bias slightly to the upside. Look for it to possibly go as high as 165.83, possibly as low as 161.81. Look for some resistance around 164.98 and look for some support around 163.65 in this pair. Now let's take a look at the US Swiss. This pair moved down today fairly strong, did not break some previous key support areas that have previously been hit, but we are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 1.0972, possibly as low as 106.45. Look for some resistance around 108.05 and look for some support around 107.22 in this pair. Now we have no real news announcements for tomorrow. Today the pound released their jobless claims. It was a little bit better than expected at 23.8. Now the Eurozone had their CPI released. It was a little less than expected, but very little. Basically it came out at 1.4% from 1.5%. Now the US had their CPI report released and it was a little bit better than expected, moving from negative 1.3% last month to 1.4% this month, which is better than expected, but still a little bit lower than the previous month. That pretty much sums it up. We don't have any for tomorrow. As far as what I'm looking for during this next session, if you look at the US Swiss, we have a low that's been created at this point, and we do have this point of support and this point of support. I do believe that if we get a break of this low during this next session, that we could see it move down to this point. Now, when we hit this level, which is only about 17 pips below, might be a good time to go to break even. This is about 17 pips down. This is about 60 pips down. Just realize this is a quick trade. Don't want to risk too much on this, maybe 30 pips or so, but and go to break even at 17 pips, or when we hit this session's low, go ahead and exit at the open of this session or the close of this one, and go ahead and get those, get those hit. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.